Hey, so this is pretty wild. Um, just found out that I have COVID. I'm shocked, to be honest, because I've made a lot of effort to stay, clean and free of it. Like hand sanitizer religiously, social distancing religiously, wearing my mask, but like I've said before, wearing your mask is really just to keep other people, see, I keep coughing. If I have a mask on, it's going to keep that from coming out into the air to share with my neighbors, like someone clearly did to me. Or I picked it up off of a surface or something, I don't know. Like I said, I've been very stringent this whole time, but what happened was I was out sick from work for a couple of days. And how it started with me is a really sore throat, right? Really sore throat, and my ears were stopped up and my sinuses were stopped up. Now I have a history of ear infections, which makes those same symptoms, right? And so when it first started, I was like, yeah, I clearly have an ear infection start. And what I do when I get an ear infection, I put peroxide in my ears and let it soak. Then I dump it out and I do the other side. It bubbles up, you know what I mean, and it gets all the grunge and shit out of there. And then I blow my nose real thoroughly and I gargle and just clean the whole thing out, and it usually takes care of it. And this time, I had recently shaved the sides of my head, and when I put peroxide in this ear, all these little chips of hair came out, like 5 or 6 little pieces of hair, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's the culprit. All that little hairs got in my ear and it got infected, which isn't far-fetched, like I said, for me. So I figured, okay, yeah, it'll be better tomorrow. Got up in the morning, it wasn't, it wasn't better. Still really sore throat. Like, didn't have any energy, you know what I mean? It's like, ugh. So I got up and started getting ready to go to work, and I was like, God, I don't got any energy. I was like, well, I better call in today. Stay home, rest up, and kick this thing's ass, whatever it is. So at the time, I had no idea I had COVID, because I didn't have a fever. Right? No real lung irritation. I had a bit of a cough, but it was because my throat was so scratchy. And so I called in and didn't go to work. Next day I woke up, I was feeling a lot better. Right? My throat wasn't nearly as sore, and my ears weren't as stopped up, and my nose wasn't as runny. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can go to work today. So I better get up and get moving. So I got up and I get in the kitchen, getting cleaned up, getting everything took care of. And I had to take the trash out, so I took the trash out, threw it in the dumpster, and came back in. I was like, shit, beat, like, whoa, I was just done, like, man, I thought I was doing better, but I'm exhausted. So I was like, clearly I'm not over this yet. So I called in again, took another day off. It's January, incidentally, so I'm burning up all my time off. Right. And so the next day I got up in the morning, I felt better again. I was like, okay, hopefully, I went about my chores and doing fine. Like, okay. Yeah. I wasn't feeling 100%, but I was like, well, I could make it. I could get to work. And so I went to work, and my boss like, how you feeling? I'm a manager, how you doing? And I was like, I'm not 100%, but I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better. My throat doesn't hurt anymore. I'm doing a lot better now. Okay, good, and I went about my day. And the next day, I went to work again. This was Friday. Went to work again. Still feeling a lot better, right? Doing my job. Like by 6 p.m. Okay, I work nights, so it's like, sounds like by 6 p.m. that's the end of the day. No, it's not for me. It's like not even halfway through my day, right? I was so short of breath, like, oh God, I can't even breathe, So I told him, and I said, I'm starting to think I have COVID. He said, go, just get out, and we'll take care of everything else. Just get home, take care of yourself, get tested if you can. Messaged my wife, and she said, hey, this store in our area has these at-home test kits. So I was like, okay, I'll swing by and get a couple of them, because she's sick too. I brought her home and I got her sick, right? And so I get home, do the whole swab my fucking nostrils out and mix it with this little emulsifier thing that's in there, and you drip it on there. It's a lot like a pregnancy test. You drip that in there. Came up positive. I have COVID. But that's how it started with me. Now my throat is not sore anymore. I have a bit of a sinus issue. I keep blowing my nose, but it's not bad. What it is I have a cough that's coming from my chest, and I'm not really rustling anything out of there. You know, like we took like a Mucinex to try to cough all that shit out of there. Nothing's really coming out. It's like there's nothing in there. What's the problem, you know? And on top of that, no energy, you know? Just basic tasks of, you know, housework, or we had to go out, go to Walgreens and go check the mail. Wore me out. So that's what it is. It's like, I don't have a fever. I don't really feel sick, except for I have no energy at all. And this persistent dry cough, you know? So, I don't know, I've heard that the original COVID-19, you get a fever, and then I think Delta variant, you get a fever too. Apparently Omicron, you don't. Apparently I have the symptoms of the Omicron variety. I don't feel bad enough where I think I'm going to have to go to the hospital. Neither does she, thankfully. But we're just... First of all, I'm not allowed to go to work now. I have to stay home for however long it takes, I guess. I haven't got the details of that yet. And just trying to get over the symptoms. Hoping it goes fast. I'm fully vaccinated. I have both the first and second vaccinations. My wife has the third booster shot. I actually was scheduled to get my booster shot, but now I'm going to have to reschedule because I'm not allowed to go get it if I've got symptoms of COVID. So that's the deal with that. It's, like I said, blows my mind. I've been very, very careful the whole time. Not sure how I got it, but the test was very clear and was a definite positive. And so I have to assume that's what I've got. And so we'll just have to see how it goes.